Someone would see a light. They would pay attention to the light. And then the object responds, it performs for you. And then they come down and they investigate you. So it's almost like they're curious.
The craft itself was this black metallic flake paint, but on top of the craft was this gold, lava, plasma, some type of fluid going over and around the craft.
Are we alone? Is there other life out there? Is that mysterious orb in the sky really a UFO? Those questions were top of mind on Capitol Hill yesterday as military veterans and whistleblowers appeared before a House Oversight Committee panel to testify about unidentified anomalous phenomena, informally known as UFOs or UAPs. They showcased a now never-before-seen video of an alleged UAP off the coast of Yemen. Missouri Republican Representative Eric Burleson says the unidentified orb escaped an attempt to take it down, and he says a U.S. military Hellfire missile bounced off the object instead of destroying it.
And lawmakers were demanding answers on the strange objects in the sky. Florida Democratic Representative Jared Moscowitz had some fighting words for the U.S. government. Let's take a look.
I don't really know what is true. I don't know on this subject. But I do know when we're being lied to. And we are definitely being lied to. There's just no doubt about that.
I can't ignore this. I don't care about UFOs, UAPs, whatever you want to call them. I watched a video of a Hellfire missile. For people who are at home, a Hellfire missile can take down tanks. And I watched it, people under oath explaining that it hit a flying aircraft and just did not do anything to it, and the aircraft kept on going. So you're gonna have to explain that either this is a military exercise and they're gonna have to come forward and explain that, or you're gonna have to tell me what I was looking at, because that's ridiculous. I actually thought I did not believe in aliens, but I don't wanna see anything else like this again. X-Files scared the crap out of me. This is not my wheelhouse. I actually am so upset that I had to watch that video, because I really, explain that, Robby. You always think that everything's so fake. That's a Hellfire missile. For you to understand, that's the most extreme precision weapon, or one of them, that our military uses. It should not fail. So why did that fail?
I guess it was a defective one.
No. Come on.
What is the other explanation?
No, tell me that there's something going on. Like, these are people are under oath. So you're just telling me that everyone's lying under oath. Also, Dylan Borland, who's an Air Force vet, who was one of the people that you saw speaking, he said that he faced retaliation after whistleblowing and saying that he did see some of these objects that are not making sense. So, like, you always say
they've invaded the highest levels of our government, Lindsey, to keep him quiet.
Why? Anna Paulina Luna was on Joe Rogan the other day, and you said, oh, she's just saying random claims. What proof does she have? Now you're seeing conversations happen. People are explaining what proof they have, what they saw, whistleblowing. You still, what do you want to see? You're seeing,
I'm seeing
you're looking at something.
Like a thing on a screen? I don't.
So what would be somebody's intention for sharing this footage that's from the Department of Defense?
Explain. It might very well be military technology, ours or another nation's.
You don't think it's odd that when Trump first got into office, or when he was campaigning, he was going to uncover all this? He was going to explain if we're the only life out here and break this down. And then
he was going to do that?
Well, he was going to break all the bureaucracy up, right? That would be not the government lying to us.
Now Trump is.
No, I'm not blaming him. Listen, follow me here.
Okay.
So him and his team were going to break down all the lies the government was telling us, right?
Yeah.
And then on like day one, we get in the office, we see all these weird drones over New Jersey, and Caroline Leavitt gets on, the White House press briefing and goes, oh, it's just a military exercise, some other stuff too.
Well, that is what it was.
I know, but these things just can't be explained away. Like, we're not dumb. You always tell me, don't think people are dumb. People don't just want to be considered like dumb, broad structure.
Well, I don't think people are dumb, but you have to assume the most rational explanation for things. I don't believe we are being visited by aliens or we have alien crafts monitoring us. I suspect there are military technologies that are ours or our other countries, and that's what's being interacted with. You're right that pilots have seen all sorts of objects for 100 years that they can't explain, that they don't know what they are, they're confused by. But just because you see something in the sky, in the night sky, that doesn't make sense to you, doesn't mean it's aliens. You have to go for the most plausible explanation.
People are just asking for transparency, so just explain it. Why is it, rather than no explanation?
The government just doesn't want to admit what its technology can do.
I know, but if this is from 2004, I think that video was from, like, all right, we can share it, right? I think in 20 years, if you haven't mastered whatever you were testing out there in the sky, Probably not going to work out for us. Probably not going to be in use. So just tell people what you were doing. Like, I don't understand why it has to be such a big secret. And then you have people, Congress people that are actually interested in this. Their constituents must tell them that they're interested in it, because otherwise they're wasting time, which also is not alarming for a congressperson. But if they are, just answer the question. Part of transparency is just being transparent about all the topics that the people that vote for you are interested in talking about. And aliens are an interesting topic.
Well, it is interesting, and I'm for transparency, but this feels like a little bit of a distraction to me, because it's always the same thing. We have these hearings where people describe things they've seen and how they feel lied to, and that there's some evidence somewhere else, but we can't have it, and there's somebody who knows, but I'm not going to tell you who that is. That's how all of these things go, and then nothing ever comes of it. So what I'm just getting sick of constant hearings where people, you know, give their views on this subject without any actual evidence being presented.
Well, we need the government to explain how state-of-the-art military equipment and some of our most competent military people can't seem to shoot a Hellfire missile that has extreme precision,
in favor of
and it doesn't do anything.
Transparency, I mean, it might be I never would make this argument in any other case, but a legitimate national security reason to
forever, for the history of
withhold
time,
military technology that they don't want to admit that they have. Or this is foreign technology that they don't want to talk about. I don't know.
There's only two people that can help us here. We really need Will Smith, Tommy Lee Jones. That's the only way we're going to figure this out. We just need them two.
I was watching a clip from Men in Black the other day. It's a great movie.
Because otherwise, like, we're just going to keep getting lied to. And come on, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, everybody do, but I think Joe Rogan is largely popular for a variety of reasons, but he talks about this topic. There is an extreme interest
people
in
like this story
topic.
Because
there's Netflix documentaries that have broken records on this topic. So why are we acting like it's so irrelevant? You can't just brush this one off. The world is interested.
No polar partisan direction, because it's just like they are keeping the information from you, and they isn't really Republicans or Democrats. It's just the people in charge, the man. So everyone can get, so like, you know, Moscowitz wants to get in on this because Anna Polina Luna has been having a field day on this, Tim Burchett. You just say, you know, they're keeping the information from you. It's just too vague and non-specific for me. I know probably most people watching disagree and are like, Robby, why aren't you turning on your skepticism of official narratives for this?
You see it with your own eyes. You see a video. It's not I'm watching video.
As I said in my radar, in this very different context, video can be misleading. Video can be extremely misleading. And I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm not, technically, I don't have enough technical expertise. I don't know what the view outside the plane window looks like. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Well, a UFO, let me tell you. Look at the shape. Look at X-Files. Look at all the shows you watched on UFOs. Why is that thing rotating? How else do you want to break this down? Does a plane go in circles and circles? I mean, it can if you're...
Wouldn't it be odd if the UFO actually looks like exactly what
how we drew.
No,
it wouldn't be odd. It means that we had
we discover life on Mars and they look like little green men that would be unlikely to me.
Okay, but the actual unmanned what is it? UAP, whatever.
They used to call them UFOs. Now they mostly call them UAPs, but it's the same thing.
Okay, so those things, maybe somebody has seen it, and that's why the drawings are so accurate in movies like Men in Black and such, and we're seeing flying saucers, and maybe that comes from somebody sharing a little bit of intelligence.
How about no?
A new jobs report showing the economy might be worse than we thought, and now lawmakers are playing the blame game. What the numbers show after the break.